Alright, so here's a video about some cop encounters that I had. So one time, first one was at a camp where I resided on the property, and this cop showed up. He just drove, he was looking for someone, and then I was doing laundry. You had to walk over to this building to do laundry, and this cop was looking for someone, and then the cop saw me and was like, you know, saying, "Is your name Luke?" or whatever, and I was like, "No." But this whole little conversation went on or whatever. And then finally he had one of the other police or whatever told him that they found the person they were looking for. So then the cop that was talking to me was like, "Oh, sorry, you know, whatever," and then left. They were supposedly looking for someone that was in the woods or something strange or whatever. And the other time was, I was walking one time and this cop kind of like stopped in the vehicle. They didn't get out or anything, but he just like said, "Oh, do I know you? Have I seen you?" Whatever. I don't know if they were looking for someone or wondering what I was doing. I don't know. But all I was doing was walking to do some freaking laundry, but whatever the reason he stopped me for. It was only like a few minutes and then he left. And then another time I was at a hotel, which was the worst experience. Sitting outside of a hotel, and this cop, supposedly, they had from the hotel said there was someone walking around the hotel, not inside the building, I guess, knocking on the doors or something weird. And then the cop was like, "Oh, we had a call from the hotel," or whatever. This is not exactly the exact phrases that the cop said, but basically the point is something like, "Yeah, there was a call and the hotel told us whatever, there was some person knocking on doors and stuff, and it was a Honda." He said something about a Honda, and I'm thinking the vehicle I had was not a Honda, it was a Hyundai. So like, why is he even questioning me? Very late. And then they started asking me, if I was using drugs or anything, and I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't use them, I don't even drink or smoke or whatever. It was just weird. It's like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, anyways, like, it was just, and then they're like interrogating me about why I was there or whatever. And then, you know, it was just, I should have just not said anything because it didn't really matter what I said because he didn't really believe me probably. Eventually he left, and then I had pepper spray in my pocket, and then he was like, "Oh, God, I see something in your pocket. You know, can you take that out and let me see what it is," whatever. Because he probably thought it was drugs, and it wasn't. It was a freaking pepper spray. Whatever. And then eventually, basically the whole time he was just basically trying to figure out why I was there. I'm like, I'm there because I saw someone that I knew, and I was trying to get in contact. I didn't know their phone number, so I would have to physically go talk to them in person to ask them something. Basically, the guy thought I was trying to sell drugs or trying to buy drugs. And I was not. But of course, I didn't expect him to believe me. And then the other encounter I had was when I was homeless, parked in the parking lot of a shopping center where it was closed. So no one was supposed to be there, and the cop was doing his rounds of nightly routines. And he's like, "Oh, wonder what I was doing." And I wasn't like being interrogated, but he was just like, "Hey, well, then you're gonna have to go to, if you're homeless, you're gonna have to go to there's a truck stop." And that's when I went to the truck stop. First night was horrendous trying to sleep. So loud and bright. And then, whatever. But the hotel encounter was the worst because he was like, interrogating me basically. That's what it felt like. And I'm like, first of all, it's a Hyundai, not a Honda. So why are you like, if you had a call and it was a Honda vehicle, why would you be going to someone that has a Hyundai? It's not even the same. And then he asked me to get out of the vehicle, the cop at the hotel incident. And I walked out, whatever. I didn't want to, but it was just like, and then he went and, it was just insane. But that's the end of this video.